Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me over the fan. Today I'm going to do my April reading from the Nicoletta Ciccoli, I think that's how you say her last name, tarot deck. I just wanted to say that there is no right or wrong way of reading your tarot cards. It's all in the interpretation, even by the people who have made the tarot cards. Going by past history in the ancient ways, I guess, of when they first started making tarot cards and reading tarot cards, there was where they had read the skies, the land, the animals, migrations. It's all in interpretation. So if you interpret your cards the way you want to, that is perfectly fine. There is no right or wrong way. If you have a problem, you can go into the cards or into the book to find out more about what the card you drew or cards you drew are telling you. So, that being said, and out of the way, I'm going to shuffle my cards 3 times. And I will be reading these, interpreting it, and then I will read what is in the book so you can kind of get an idea, because sometimes I forget which card is which. Okay. Then I split the deck any which way I want, lay it down, and draw the first card. This is the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. And interpreting this card, it's dark. There may be something hidden. She looks fearful, so there's a fear. Comfort from holding her little bunny rabbit. Her ears are pointed, like listening. But the ground around her is lit up, so there's some light in this darkness. Her eyes are pointed in that way, so there's something behind her, like in the past, that may be bothering her, or she needs to work on, or she needs to bring into the light so that she is not so afraid. So for April, I'm going to say that this is still working on the past. It continues from March. She's in a rosy red, which is, you know, could mean happiness, could mean comfort. But I like the light. It's like shining from the right-hand side of her, and I believe that this is bringing the darkness into light, working on your past continually. Seems to be that way. I'm going to look in the book what it says, if I can find it. So, this is the 8 of Swords. And the book says, let me see, I'm reading out of the book. The book says, uncertainty and suspicion rob you of your independence, making you feel trapped or helpless. That is true. Get your facts straight and don't be intimidated by mere shadows. So, that's the fear, is the shadows, but still holding on to the comfort. So, getting your facts straight. The concepts are restriction, paranoia, giving away to your power. Now this I do see as something I need to work on, because I have post-traumatic stress disorder, bipolar disorder, manic depression. So my post-traumatic stress disorder brings up like flashbacks of things from the past. It's almost like it's happening again. And I've been dealing with that a lot recently. So this helps me to understand that I need to deal with those fears from the past and to work on calming them down, I guess you could say, or distracting myself during an episode, and not to let it overcome me. that life goes on, and things from the past are things from the past. You can't change them. You can only see what you've done or what has happened and move on from there. So that's kind of what I'm reading into this. Not giving away my power, working on my paranoia, and restrictions. So that's what I see in this card. Put that in the middle of the pile. Put these away. Alright. Now I'm going to draw an oracle card from the Sakoli Oracle. I love this little girl. I love these little characters. They're really pretty to me. So I'm going to draw one card from there, and I will read from the book what card I draw. And this is for April still. And these are fairly large cards, so I try to shuffle them in threes, which isn't easy. But just remember, anything you interpret in these cards is what is interpreted for you. I mean, it's for you, not for other people, unless you're reading them for other people. You can ask them if you want to interpret the card, or if they want the actual reading from the book. Most want an interpretation. Okay, I shuffled it 3 times. I split it. Eek. Put that one to the, or the deck to the side, and draw one. And it is, what is that number? 29? 99? I think it's 29. Okay. Well, this is very revealing. Has something to do with sexuality to me. I don't know if she's accepting or not. Secrecy maybe with the open door, or not secrecy. Your secret is out in the open. You may think it's a secret, but it's not. But this, yeah, I'll have to read the book on that one. And it's number 29, I believe. Number 29. Oh, that's the Spanish version I can't read. Oops. Yes. Curiosity. Okay, I'm going to read this for you. Healthy curiosity is a good thing. It's what drives exploration and invention. The desire to expand your sphere of knowledge keeps you enthusiastic and engaged in the world. But when it comes to curiosity about other people's private lives, consider how much you really need to know. Don't seek out information that you wouldn't ask for face to face. Consider how much of your private life, or your private self, you are giving away to the overly curious, and scale back if necessary. Protect your privacy. Choose carefully what you share in public. And don't poke your nose into things that aren't your business. Right there. Okay, so to me, I don't really have much of a social life, so I don't really go around talking about other people or sticking my nose in other people's business. It's human nature to want to do that, so just to be aware of that part. We are a curious species. We want to be in the know. But really, I don't socialize that much, so I don't really stick my nose out in other people's business. Now, on the other hand, I try to keep away from others telling rumors about other people, like hearsay. Oh, so on and so forth said this about so on and so forth. And that's hard to stay away from too, when especially if you have somebody who's close to you that wants you to be in the know of everybody's business, and it's hard to pull away from that. I try not to do you know, like so on and so forth said this about so on and so forth, or whatever. But it's hard to pull away from people who are like that, especially if they're close to you, like a relative or a lover or a child, you know. So to consider this, in my April reading for April, is to kind of just keep my nose out of other people's business. Not to stick my nose where it doesn't belong. And to try to encourage others not to spread rumors. Sorry, all of a sudden my throat is ticklish. But not to try to encourage people not to be spreading rumors is basically what I see. But also keeping your nose out of anyone else's business. It's not yours to be saying who should be doing what, or telling other people what other people are doing. You know, just that. Basically, that's it. So thank you for watching and listening, and I will see you in the next clip. Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how I modify Skylars pacifiers. You just need a pair of scissors, earwax plugs, ear plugs made out of wax. They are sold at most pharmacies and Walmart, and they're just earwax. And now my cat wants to get into things here. Here he comes. Gotta check it out. And then, of course, you just need a pacifier. Just a pacifier. Yep, just a pacifier. Yep, and that's the camera. Yep. So you take the pacifier. You take the little nubby part. Sorry, it's hard to see when you're on the floor. And for some reason my scissors isn't cutting. Of course not. Why would it? There we go. Move that off the floor so Kitty doesn't get at it. Try to get down as close as you can. Oops, I'm not even showing it. Sorry. As close as you can to the pacifier part. Alright. Move that out of the way. Sorry if I wasn't showing any of that. You try to get as close as you can to the pacifier, what do you call it? Get as close as you can to the thing. Sorry, I'm not saying that right. Okay, I'm going to move the scissors out of the way. That's about as close as I could get it. I probably, with a fingernail clipper, could do a better job, but this really isn't going to hurt anything. Then you're going to take your earwax plug. If I can get to the paper part. Get the plastic part up. And you're just going to take a gob of it. That's about as much as I use. And one good thing, it all sticks together. And then you're going to take the pacifier and you're going to stick the gob right on top of that part you just cut. Sorry. And then just shape it. And then when you go to put it on your Reborn, it'll stick. And it does not hurt the paint at all. Comes off really easily. And there you go. That is how you make a modified pacifier, especially for a Reborn or a baby doll that does not have a magnet. Some do, some don't. Some of the times the magnet falls. If the glue inside the head isn't strong enough or is in the heat, it will melt and the magnet will fall. And sometimes they're just not made with a magnet, so there you go. That's how I make modified pacifier. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, I'm back with my goals for 2022. I know we're into April, soon to go into May, but I figured I would do that now. And because I'm on SSI and I'm supporting my son, who does not have a job at this point in time, I have to start figuring out my budget. But for 2022, my goals are to start saving money, if that's at all possible. Also, I'd like to get the Laura doll, a 1-year-old doll, and a newborn doll, maybe. Those are things that I have planned already to do, so yeah, I'm hoping to get that this coming month, start the first payment on the Laura doll. I want to be wound-free for a year. I do have a chronic wound that is not wanting to heal properly. So I'm working toward healing that and getting it to stay healed and not come back. I want to work on my mental health. I want to get a therapist. I do go through CBIS, but they have no therapists, so I only have a psychiatrist who prescribes medication and lipid tests. So I want to get a therapist so I have one I can do talk to face to face and get some input on things that I'm doing to try to help my mental health and ideas. I want to exercise Monday through Friday. I've kind of been slacking. Started back up yesterday and working on it today and trying to get back into doing my exercises Monday through Friday. Working on healthy portions to eat, healthy foods, but the portion sizes I sometimes have problem with. I have an eating disorder, so sometimes I portion out larger than I really need to have. So I need to work on that. I need to get my blood work done for 2 different doctors to test for medications that I'm taking to make sure everything's going good. So I need to get on that this month, actually. Working toward getting new home furnishings. I'd like to get a fireplace and some bookshelves, a toddler bed and a bassinet, and a car seat maybe, or even a stroller. I don't have anything for my reborn children, so I'm working toward getting more of that, so it's more realistic to me. Working on organization, working on getting pantry containers so that I can obviously organize my pantry. That seems to be the biggest issue right now, so I'll be working toward getting pantry containers for that. I want to work on more DIYs so I could sell them at my church bazaars, and I need to decide what I want to make, what materials I need for that, and to stick with it so that it gets done and not just partially done. Plus DIYs help relax me, and so that's one thing I want to work on. And then to do more Reborn videos with Kimber and the others when I get them. I need to figure out and write down a list of different types of YouTube videos I want to make with the Reborns. These things are my goals for this year. So now that I shared that, I will move on to my budget. Here's a finance planner that my sister had given me. Kind of hard to go through them all. It's a big book. So I went through a few pages I'm going to show you. This is my financial goals. I want to open a savings account, have at least one credit card, and own the Laura doll. I have action steps to that and when to complete them, or start them, I should say, when to start them. So that is my financial goals. My future goals are pretty much the same. I want to save $20 per month. Sorry, my kitty's bothering me right now. I want to save $20 per month and get a credit card. I want to save up to $130 in the first year and have at least one credit card this year. In 3 years, I want to be saving monthly and not be struggling every month for money, which we do right now. And in 5 years, I want to be saving monthly and having savings for gifts and emergencies. See if I can get to the next page. Whoops. There we go. There's a savings tracker, which once I start a savings account, I will be able to do this tracking. Here's a savings goal tracker. I want to save at least this year between June to December Xmas money, at least $130 I would like to be saving in my savings account. Sorry, my arm's in the way. Then we have our monthly bill tracking. I'm going to start that in May so that I can keep track of all my bills, the amount due, what was due and what was paid. I do have a small budget in my planner, so I'll probably be doing both, you know, going from one to the other and copying. My account tracker, how much I put in there, the description, I don't know what this all means, but the deposit, if I've withdrawn anything, and the balance, that, yeah, hopefully I can keep up with this. Sometimes it overwhelms me and I kind of let it fall to the side. I have a password tracker in here. I don't know exactly what I will be putting in here. I have a lot of passwords I need to keep track of, and probably just for YouTube and my business with YouTube, maybe. Here's a no spend challenge. I'll be starting in May. It won't be hard to do because a lot of times everything gets paid on the 1st, so I don't have much money throughout the month. So I don't really spend a lot throughout the month. This is the upcoming expenses I'll be writing down starting in May. Write down my upcoming expenses May through December. Hope I'm showing this okay. This will be my May bills tracker, and I'll go through until December. Then I do a monthly budget, which will start in May. So it'll be my May budget right here. Now a lot of pages I have skipped because I don't have to show them. This will be my May expense tracker. And for some reason they put in a calendar toward the back, but I'm going to use this calendar for reminders of when to do my YouTube videos and what type of videos those YouTube videos will be. So that's it. That's the whole book. So hopefully I will be able to financially get myself budgeted and straightened out so we're not struggling at the end of the month for everything. Especially anything, you know, I'd like to keep some money for when things come up, like if we go to the apple orchard or something like that, or to a thrift store. I'd like to have some money saved up so I can enjoy going out and buying things that we need. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, my neighbor came over with her little baby, and I'm trying to get this little girl to take a nap like Skylar, but she just does not want to take one. Do you, you sweet little peanut? Yeah, her mommy had some kind of thing to do, I think grocery shopping or something. So I have her for a couple of hours, which is so sweet. Maybe you'd like to hear this little one, huh? Maybe you'd like to hear this? Oh, yeah. You gonna take a nap? Your mommy said you were close to taking a nap. Yeah. Amen. That's Skylar's little sleepy bear. Sometimes Kimber listens to him when she's home. Oh, yeah. Want to play a little bit? Oh, you want to play a little bit? Maybe move you a little bit over. Trying to get into the face. Woo! Woo! You're getting sleepy. Woo! You're such a cutie patootie. Yes, you are, you little peanut. I'm hoping that you go to sleep pretty soon, though. Otherwise, you're going to be cranky. You're going to be cranky. Yeah, sorry about my fingers there. Trying to hold this little strap that I have. I might have to take it off my camera. Hi. Hi. Ooh. Is you getting sleepy yet? Oh, no. No, you're a talkative little girl, huh? Talkative little girl. Yes, you are. You're such a sweetie. Mm. Mm. Oh, it rattles. A little lovey here. Yeah. You getting sleepy yet? No? No sleepies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Maybe you need a stretch. Oh, stretch. Oh, stretch. Oh, stretch. Yeah. Want to hold your little lovey, huh? There you go. Oh, don't want that in the mouth. No, you're chewing the fabric. Oh, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. Do you like your pacifier? Huh? Do you like that? Huh? There you go. No, you don't want it. Oh my goodness. Oh, such a talkative little girl. Such a talkative little girl. Yes, you are. Well, I just wanted to show you a little peanut whom I'm babysitting right now. Sleeping is Skylar right next to her, so I'm hoping that that kind of gives her the idea to drift off to sleep, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Well, her mommy shouldn't be too long, so I should probably get going. Guys, today I thought I'd show some of my plants, the ones that are alive and some that are not so alive. This is my briar rose, my tea rose bush. I call her briar rose. She's a woody perennial. There's about over 300 species of roses. They could be shrubs, climbing, or trailing plants. Often armed with sharp thorns, she has some really sharp ones. They need a pH level between 6 and 6.5, I believe. They could get black spots caused by a fungus, which is a common disease that they have. Usually they need to be planted if they're large, 30 to 36 inches apart. Smaller bushes, 24 to 30 inches apart. You need to keep the soil moist. Plant in a sunny location with good drainage. Fertilize regularly, and prune established roses in the early spring. I thought she was really pretty. I'm untangling my wind chime there. Just looking them over. She's a very pretty plant. She has a lot of buds that will be opening pretty soon, actually. She has one flower there. Thought she was really pretty, and they're a really pretty pinky red flower that she gets. This now, I've written this down, is a Brazilian red hots, apparently. Alternantheria. I'm not sure how to say those. They usually get hot pink and rose shades outlining the foliage. Prefers partial shade. It's easy to grow, but you can see that the frost had gotten to some of the leaves. I'm hoping it'll snap back. Had to bring it in during the evening some nights. They prefer partial shade and can tolerate heat, so that's why she's outside. Sometimes they get flowers, little white flowers on them, so I'm hoping to see that this year. And they usually get 24 to 36 inches tall. It's usually a bush. This is only just one, so she's very sparse, I guess you could say. And you can cut them back as the days become longer in late spring. Now this is a dwarf jade, a succulent perennial plant, native to South Africa. Fleshy stemmed shrub or small tree it can become. Easy to care for houseplant. Sorry, I keep saying slow growing, long lived species. The botanical name I can't even say is Portulacaria afra. They can get up to, I should say, 15 feet tall if they're out in the wild. But since it's a house plant, it stays fairly short. You need to use the soil type for a cactus and a succulent potting mix or sandy, gravelly garden soil. They like full to partial sun. She sits in my front window, so she likes a lot of sun. Plants that I got from our library annex. There's 4 of them there. One of them kind of died off, so I had to clip it down. They're both annual and perennial. They're in the daisy family. They can get up to 6 to 10 feet tall. So, yeah, I'm going to have to find a new pot for them. Let's see, the colors can be golden yellow, orange, ruby red, bronze, and even white. They are branching varieties. It usually takes about 10 to 14 days to germinate. They can cross-pollinate by animals and insects, such as bees and stuff, but we don't have those in the house. This is a peperomia, I think that's how you say it, peperomia. One of the 2 larger genera of the family, Peperaceae, I don't know how to say any of those. There's like 15,000 species of this. They're tropical and subtropical regions, concentrated mostly in Central America and northern South America. Their soil pH has to be 6 to 6.6. It's ample drainage holes in your potted plants when you pot them, and using orchid potting mix. Orchid potting mix, there we go. And you can place them in bright indirect light. She sits in our front window also. Only water when the soil is dry. And you can trim it back if the plants become too leggy, like if they grow legs out. And you water them every 1 to 2 weeks. So those are my plants in my front window. Let's see if I could find the... I had to write down everything so I would remember it. Try to find the next ones. Okay. But yeah, I like to have plants, but I can't, some of them I can't keep alive, which you'll see in the next part. It's difficult. Very difficult. This is my aloe plant. You can't see it very well in the window because of the shadows, even though I had the light on. It's very difficult to see. It's a succulent plant. You know how I know this is an aloe? Because the sign says. No, no, I'm just joking. There's 500 species, invasive in many regions. They're also an evergreen perennial. Um, let's see. They're originated from the Arabian Peninsula, but grows wild in tropical, semi-tropical, and arid climates. So it's very great for Arizona. They need full sunlight, usually about 6 to 8 hours is best. That's why it's in my windowsill. I'll probably be taking him outside. That's my avocado plant, which I have no idea if it's growing or not. I might have to dig it up to see and try in some water. Uh, and aloe has great skin um, benefits for helping heal sunburn and all that. This is my mint plant. Uh, there's 13 to 24 species that exist. The best time to harvest mint leaves is right before the flowers appear on them, but there's tiny little bits of mint there, so they're not going to grow very much. I might have to actually go out and get a giant plant. My rosemary and my cilantro have passed away, and I think I have to grab some rosemary bushes from my local Safeway store. Anyway, there are my plants. I hope you enjoyed this little clip, and I will see you in the next video.